This video is about the English opening and how to defeat it. Even though I have an English opening course, this time I don't mind spilling the beans. But hey, it's a good course. You can check it out at KaspaChess.com or on my Patreon page, the shop section. That's how you support this channel. So the English opening is where white plays pawn to c4 on the first move, and it can be quite challenging if you don't have a proper repertoire for it. In my last tutorial video on the English, I said go pawn to e5, as if you are playing the reversed Sicilian defense. And yes, what you want to do is to play the reversed Alpine variation, equalizing the game instantly. If they play knight c3, obviously you intended to go c6 and d5, but due to pawn to d4, you first of all want to play knight f6. This is the only thing you need to remember. Knight c3 equals knight f6 in the English opening. Point is, at least if d4 happens, you can safely go e4 because your king's knight will be supporting that pawn. They play pawn to g3 on the second move as always. I mean, you know what English players do, and then you go c6. If they play bishop g2, thanks to your knight on f6, now you can go d5. If they take, you just take back like that. Pop. If d4, you just advance your pawn to e5. If queen b3, everything is well defended, so why not just going knight c6? But sometimes what I like doing to test my opponent's knowledge is just to go bishop d6. There's a trick here. If white thinks this pawn will be free, you just take, queen takes, bishop b4 check, the queen is dead. Anyway, no advanced player is going to miss this tactic. They play bishop g5 most of the times, but you just continue with your thing. Knight b d7. Again, if knight takes d5, this time you don't even have to take. You have queen a5 check. We'll look at this in detail. So let's see what my opponent is going to do against these lines. I intend to play e5 if I meet any English player on leeches. Stay tuned and don't skip. Make sure to watch up to the end and share this video. Right, here we have a game, and here we go, the English opening. Let me play my prep. Oh, the repertoire that I recommended in the video that has popped up in the card above. So I just want to play the reversed Alpine variation. You see, I just imagine as if I'm playing against the reversed Sicilian defense each time the English opening pops up. Against knight c3, I said always play knight f6. Knight c3 equals knight f6. And now this is when you play c6. With knight f6, it becomes easier for you to advance your e-pawn like this. If there was no this knight, you were not going to advance the pawn. So the idea is to play the reversed Alpine variation like this, as you can see. So everything is moving according to plan. Now bishop b5 check is something that I did not prepare for. Let's see what I'm going to do next. Bishop b5 check, I think. Let me just play knight c6. Why not? Oh, there's no increment, so I should be very fast. So I should just go bishop d6. I'm thinking of this move, queen b3. What am I going to do if that comes? First, let me just cast a shot. Oh, if queen b3, yeah, it finally comes. If queen b3, queen b3, queen b3, I can play bishop c7 if I want, I guess. Or just attack the light squared bishop, since I'm going to capture with my pawn. Yep, so that's how you defend. That's how you defend your d5 pawn many times. Why can't I go a5? With a5, I'm just paving the way for my light squared bishop. This is how you develop your light squared bishop in this opening. And my opponent is playing very fast, by the way. I can just take this to open up the position. Maybe they want to win on time, but I guess that won't happen. Let's block. Wait. How about just attacking the c5 pawn? Or in reality, the whole idea is to do this. And maybe I will plant my knight on d3. This is a great strategy. See, this is how you play against the English opening, you guys. Especially if you don't have proper opening repertoire for it. I don't understand queen a2 because I can still plant my knight here, attacking the rook. The rook has to move. Now there's something to attack on this side of the board. I guess they will play pawn to g3. What else can they do? After which I'll go queen f6. Oh, there is bishop e1. Bishop e1. Why can't I give a check? Or maybe that was a wrong check. Can I go f5, f4 next? Yep. I think that idea is great. f5. If pawn takes, I'll just give a check. Ah, there we see f4, something I never expected. I can take with ampersand if I want. Like this. Oh, I just hung my knight. Ah, oh, but I have check. And probably I'll be able to win the rook. Yeah, check. The rook is going to die. What was I thinking, you guys? Check. 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 Ah, damn it. It's not working. I don't know what I was thinking, you guys. Or maybe let me promote. Seven seconds. I should stop talking. Check. 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 3 seconds. Check. Ah, damn it. Ah, draw. Ah, I ran out of time, you guys, but I hope you saw what I did in the opening stage and in the middle game. I'm still going to upload this. What a fun game. It was very difficult for me to checkmate in milliseconds at that stage, and my opponent knew it. Besides, 24-11 by rating. You're lucky, dude. Very lucky. Anyway, here is what I intended to do. So after c4, you can trust on this. By the way, this is just the reversed Sicilian defense. And one of my favorite responses is c6 and d5. For example, if white plays the normal English with pawn to g3, I just go c6. If bishop g2, I play pawn to d5. If pawn takes, I take. And there's this other trick where they go d4, you go e5. If knight c3, you first of all develop your knight on f6. And see this, you guys, whenever you see bishop g5, just know you're probably going to win the game in less than 12 moves or in less than 15 moves. The thing is, white is pinning your knight to the queen and at the same time targeting your d5 pawn in case of anything. So you just want to give them, make it look like you are giving up your d5 pawn, cause it looks like white can just take right. but hey, they are going to lose due to queen a5 check, and one of the pieces is going to die, either the knight or the bishop. I mean, even if they don't take on d5 and say they play pawn to e3, here the best you can do is just to go bishop d6, giving this pawn a blind eye. Once again, if they play knight takes, you have queen a5 check. That's just a little trick that is in this line. Knight e2, you just go h6. It is now certain that they are not going to take, right? So you just take. If bishop takes, you take back with your knight. If they play queen b3 somehow, again, you can just let them take that d5 pawn, just castle short, cause there is no knight takes once again due to knight takes d5 this time. If queen takes, you win a free queen like that. The same thing that we do even in the French defense. So now you know how to beat the English opening. Even though I ended up drawing that game due to a time trouble situation, I guess you saw what I did to that guy. Anyway, by the way, you can check out my courses at www.KaspaChess.com or on my Patreon page. That's how you support this channel. By the way, I don't ask for donations or free money. So the way you support this channel is by joining one of our membership tiers on Patreon or simply buying my courses. That really helps.